Hej och välkommen till en helt ny video. Det är dags för detta igen. Inte alls spooky. Alltså jag är väldigt... Än så länge inget läskigt kommer. Och det skrämmer mig lite. Sist körde vi detta. Gud, det där tog så lång tid. Nu ska jag köra detta igen. Bla 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 bla. Bam 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 bam. Vart var i senaste? Här är 11 AM. 18. Här då, page 2. Vilken var senaste? Right, vänta, jag ska bara dubbelkolla. Där var 11. Ja, här. 2:18. Ja, här. Okay, another day passed and it's time for club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Hi William. Yo, just det, jag ska bara prata för mig själv. Yo, Sayori. Looks like you're in a good mood today. I see. That's pretty simple things to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always the simple things with you anyway. No thanks. I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori? No reason really. I just want to look at it. Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and lets its content spill onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayori. För att du är fattiglapp. It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming to the club room. So either you're not hungry and want an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget that you spent all your money so that I would lend you some. Fattiglapp. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry, tjockis.
Get wrecked!
And so the only leaves the one option. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Yuri suddenly giggles. I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face is in the book, as always. Jag är tyst fortfarande. Uh-oh. Frågan är vem kom först, var det Jovi eller var det den andra som var först efter Monica också, Jovi? Säg inte det där. Säg inte det där kan vara literally. Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. Uh-oh. Come on, give me some credit than that, Sayori. Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto her desk. Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Oh my daisy, trodde någon bitch-släppa henne. Sayori glances around. Retribution? Natsuki eller Yuri? Det var de jag tänkte. Så Sayori hugs the cookie. Tjockis. Jeez, just eat it. Du är som min vän, jag ska inte säga vem, men han som vet, han vet. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. Sayori suddenly claps her hand over her mouth. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki, then wraps her arms around her. Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off her. Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite of Natsuki's cookie. Jag ser det, tjockis! Tjockis! Mouthful, Sayori trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well. Natsuki glances around. Monica isn't in the club room. Det är skräckspel. Sök upp det. Sök upp Doki, det är ett skräckspel, okej? Okay? Sök upp det. Ja. Det är number one psychological horror. Mm. Det börjar så här och sen kommer skräcken komma. Du kan kolla PewDiePie har kört det. Ja. Markiplier, Jackseptica. Bra. Yeah, I haven't either. Tjockis. Aha, menar det att du lägger tid på att göra sin poem. Suddenly the door swings open. Ah, there you are. Aha, hon har en, okej. Okay. Därför jag inte kan välja henne. Monica quizzically glances at me. Never mind that. What held you up anyway? Sådär cap, hon gör något annat. Hon är weird, hon kommer döda, hon är weird. Jag tror hon är masterminden nästan. Någonting är fel med henne, okej, jag vet det. Jag känner det på mig. Hon gjorde något annat. Monica looks at me. That sounds cool. I will also look forward to it. Monica smiles sweetly. Den där posen, hon är skum. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. I see. In that case, best of luck. No, not really. I choose to leave out Sayori's mischievous escapade. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. It looks like everyone has already settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. Tjockis, jag säger det, hon är tjockis. Det är inte bara jag, hon är tjockis, okej? Okay? Ja, hon är tjockis, det är inte bara jag, okej? Okay? Ni har bevis. Hon äter en hel kaka. Yuri's back to her book, and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time I will feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book she lent to me. More than that, she seemed to be on the first few pages. Crap. I think she's noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me, and our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in the book. Sorry, I was just spacing out. I muttered this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. That's the book you gave me, right? Vet du vad? Jag ska vara alla röster. Jag kan lägga på med det. Jag kan ta alla röster. Jag kan orka med det. I wanted to read something of it. Så jag är Yuri, jag är Natsuki, jag är Monica, jag är Sayori och jag är William och jag är Tankan. Jag kan ta det på med det. Not for any particular reason. Just curious how you came... You have the 2 copies of the same book. Ah, well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday, that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them. I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I will definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What is it about anyway? Well... Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portrait of Marco. Marco? There's an ominous looking eye symbol on the front cover. Alright. I just want to make sure I don't actually give anything away. Basically, it's like about this girl in high school who moves in her long lost young sister. But as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escaped from a human experiment prison. Kan du bara förklara mig hur detta är relatable? Jag ser inget relatable med detta. And while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships and her life starts to fall apart. That's kind of dark, isn't it? You made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came out of nowhere. Ha ha ha! Your gentle giggles all of a sudden. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, William? No, it's not that. Jag har faktiskt läst Frankenstein. Jag har det, okay? I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kind of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and exclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that those kind of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not because of someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophy they believe in. Then suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they made out to be naive and one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like book and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literary club after all. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? You don't have to. What are you saying? Just a moment ago you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I put in my bag. Alright, it's fine I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. That's, I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That's it. Reading in company with someone... I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand that what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can see her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing, maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looked like she reading over from my book instead. Sorry. I was just... Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Hahaha. Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk on until it's up against Yuri's. Then hold my book more between the two of them. Ah, I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. Pekfinger, forefinger. Så jag håller där, hon håller där, va? Jag tror det. Ah. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way, I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. Hon är vöd hela tiden. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face, and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? To turn the page? Ah, sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again, and our eyes meet. I don't know if I will be able to keep up with her. Ah, that's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah. Thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm really ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she's finished the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We'll continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimidating exchange. Jag lär mig så jävla mycket engelska, måste jag säga. My thumb gently letting go of the hand, letting it flutter over her side as she catches it under her thumb. Hey, Yuri. This might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. You think so? How does she? Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways, but she also has second guesses all of the things that she says and does. Like she's afraid that she will do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything, but they kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerism. I see. Yuri remains silent for a moment. But William, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. That's so embarrassing that you think that. Well, wait! I didn't mean it to be a bad or anything. Sorry, I really don't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I mean that it's kind of cute. What are you saying all of a sudden? Okay, everyone. I think it's time we share today's poems with each other. We might not have enough time if we wait too long. You exhales, spared from the finishing her thought. Is that alright, Yuri? You look kind of down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. It's fine. Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close up on top of my thumb. Aye, fuck you. Alright, I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Would you prefer I only read it with you? I guess I don't have much of a preference either way. In that case, I read it a little more tonight. It will be fun. It will be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know. That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time. Alright. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left it off in the book, then slip it back into my bag. Who should I show my poem to first? Yuri. Let's see what you've written today. Yuri stares at the poem with a surprised expression on her face. Do you like it? William, how do you pick up on this so quickly? Just yesterday I was telling you the kind of techniques worth practicing. Maybe that's why. You did a good job explaining. I really wanted to try giving it more imagery. Yuri visibly swallows. Even her hands appear sweaty. I'm not used to this. Used to what? I don't know. It's fine, take your time. Yuri breathes and collects her thoughts. I know that Yuri likes to think before she speaks, so I offer her that patience to her. Yeah, just being appreciated like this, I guess. It probably sounds really stupid, but seeing someone motivated by my writing, it just makes me really happy. Are you saying that you never shared your writing before? Yuri nods. Really? I don't believe it. I really only write for myself. And besides, people would just laugh at me. Do you really think that? Again, Yuri nods. Huh? Even your close friends? Yuri doesn't respond to that. I wonder why. Anyway, do you want to share the poem you wrote today? Yeah, I do. If it's with you. The raccoon. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a quickly snack. My attention was caught by the scuttling of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as a unwandering human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my superstitious well aware of the consequences. Well, the moon. Where's the moon? The moon out there. Well, aware of the raccoon that it's fed, it will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom. The bread was the bread. My hungry curiosity. The raccoon, an hunch. The moon cements its face and reflects that much more light of my cutting knife. The very same light that glistened in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread, fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited. Or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions on the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to follow me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I bread my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement and a rush of blood. Classic pavlovian condition. I slice the bread and I feed it myself again. I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's. I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can begin to imagine what this poem is about. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style. Using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. Yeah, if I take it at face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way I feel for me to indulge in more unusual hobbies. With those sort of things, I'm usually forced to keep to myself. So I sometimes enjoy writing about them. Where do you keep them to yourself? Because they are embarrassing, and people will make fun of me. Don't worry, don't you have anything like that, William? Well, yeah, I guess I do. I feel like everyone has a little something like that. The best we can do is respect each other and our individualities. Even if it's difficult sometimes and some things make us uncomfortable. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit now, but I'm glad that you're a good listener. Who should I show my poem to next? Monica. Hi again, William. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that, as long as it's not going bad. I'm happy you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you come up with a masterpiece. Haha, I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to show you what you wrote today? Sure, here you go. I give my poem to Monica. Alright. Great job, William. I was going oh in my head while reading it. It was really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimate you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way it always counts when I'm putting in some effort. Ha ha ha, that's not very fair. And don't do that pose. Sluta! Du kommer Nej, jag ska inte gå för långt. Än så länge inget weird, men jag kommer för dig. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know what? That you really like this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full imagery and symbolism. Unlike Sayori, who likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness. You really like it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write like that effectively. Both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel, or letting them deeply analyze all of the nuances. It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I never really asked though. I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet. Don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this turned out, so I hope you do too. Alright, let's take a look. Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors, flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue, an endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms. Squeaking, screeching, piercing, sin, cousin, tangent, like a playing chalkboard on a turntable, like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meaningless. Load me. It's even more abstract than your last one, huh? Ahahaha. I guess it's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it. No, I never say that. It's a kind of thing I never really seen before, I guess. I kind of like playing with my space on the paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of the poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. I see. It's still hard for me to tell what this is about though. Ha 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 ha. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression of a feeling, or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you will find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. Okay. You never know when you might change your mind, or when something unexpected may happen. Wait, is this a tip about... is this tip even about writing? What am I even talking about? Sluta, nej, na. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha, my ass. Något hände snart. Jag loadas bara. Fuck you, vad vill du? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Fuck nej, nu är jag rädd. Vad kommer hända? Varför? Nej, varför? Natsuki. I like the last one better. Really? Well, yeah, I can tell you were a little more daring with this one, but you're really not good enough for that. It fell flat. That may be true, but I just want to try something different. I'm still figuring this all out. I mean, I always like poems that are trying too hard. I hate when people try to sound fancy or add more meaning just by using annoying and complicated language. Just make it simple, cute, and to the point. Hey mama! You're said over here.
Jävla stora tuttar!
Nej, hon har minst. You were said over heels for all cryptic nonsense, but I see right through that BS. Ha! Making your reader look so... Hey Malte! Making your reader look so hard for all this deep meaning. It's just an excuse to have no meaning at all. I guess that's one way to look at it. Well, everyone has their own opinion, but my opinion is the best opinion. I'm sure you figured that all out already. What's Sigma? Anyway, here's my poem. Maybe you will learn something. Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky wicky hairy ugly spiders. That's why I'm not afraid. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart will pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friend starts to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if she doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers. I'm going to tell everyone. Den här var lite mörk. Not bad, right? It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's. Yesterday's was way too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think that was the best I could do. No, of course not. Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with much simpler analogies, and it helps people to realize how stupid they are being. Like anyone would agree that the subject of this poem is a ignorant jerk. Do you know what people like that? Of course, it's about how everyone thinks That doesn't matter. It can be about anything. I wrote it because it's easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or a guilty pleasure. Sometimes that you are afraid if people find out, they make fun of you for think less of you. But that just make people stupid. Who cares what someone likes as long as they're not hurting anyone, and it makes them happy. I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things. Huh? That's funny. Yuri wrote about something similar today. Huh? Did you say Yuri? Yeah. She said her poem was about unusual hobbies of hers. I don't really get it, but she said something similar to you. That poem shouldn't make each other feel insecure about those things. Really? Well, I mean, Yuri's pretty weird, so I wouldn't doubt that she has some weird hobbies. Not that there's anything wrong with that. It's not like I would judge her or anything. Natsuki has trouble finding words. I guess I'll try to not be so mean to her. If she feels insecure about her weird behaviors and stuff. I mean, I always hate people where it makes me feel insecure. And Yuri made me insecure insecure yesterday. But the way you put it, it sounds like she learned her lesson. Well, I would say so. Even if her writing style is really different, I'm sure she will appreciate the message in your poem. Is what I do best after all? I don't like writing unless there's a good message to take away from it. Like conveying emotions is important. But I want to make people think, not just feel. Remember that? I'm going to write a good one for tomorrow, too, so look forward to it. Who should I show my next poem to next? I don't know. Sayori maybe? I don't know anymore. Kan jag välja typ någon annan? Oh, I like this one, William. It has some nice feelings in it. I'm glad. Still though, your tone makes it sound like you like yesterday's poem better. I guess you caught me. Sometimes you know me a little too well for my own good. Well, don't just try to be nice about it. If I'm doing a bad job, then I would rather just hear it. No, I still like this one, I promise. You know, I wouldn't lie to you. Never ever. Huh, I guess so. Vitlök! Det låter bra. Ska hålla träning idag? What made yesterday's poem so great compared to this one, then? Well, I'm not very good at figuring out if poems are good or bad, but that's why I just go by my heart. If it makes me feel things, then it must be a good poem. I'm not sure that's exactly how it works. Then again, I guess conveying feelings is a pretty important part of this whole thing. Yeah, maybe. Honestly, I don't even know what kind of writing you like in the first place. Yeah, me neither. Huh? Why don't you at least try giving it some thought? Oh, you want to write something for me? That's so sweet. Yeah, right. I would never. But you're always thinking about other people. You need to think about yourself once in a while. Alltså William, varför hjälper du andra? Du går för en tjej. Det är fult att gå för 4 samtidigt. If you don't, you might end up getting hurt at some point. Well, I don't really know what you mean. But I will try to keep it in mind. Well, whatever. Anyway, let's see. I guess I like happy poems. Wait, sometimes I like sad poems too. Sometimes a little bit of both. There's a word for that, right? What's the word I'm looking for? Bittersweet. Yeah, I like things that are happy and things that are sad. Happy and sad? I can see you liking something sad, Sayori. Well, I like happy the most. Men när vi körde förra avsnittet, Monica, då såg vi att du gillar sad things too. Du ville döda dig själv. But sometimes when you have a little rain cloud in your head, a sad poem can help give the rain cloud a little hug and make a nice happy rainbow. Sayori, that's unexpectedly poetic. It is? Maybe I'm getting better at expressing my feelings after all. Thanks, William. I should go write that down, then. You can read my poem now, okay? Bottles. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's a secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine. All rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside of my with thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tangly, but there's no time to waste. I put in a bottle to keep it safe, and I put the bottle on the shelf with all of the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in the bottle, all in a row. My collection makes a lot of friends. Each bottle I like to make amends. Sometimes my friend feels a certain way. None comes out a bottle to save the day. Nights and nights, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go, like a dark cave, discovering the secrets hiding the nooks and crannies. Dinging and dinging, scrapping and scrubbing. It blow. Oh my days. I blow dust on my bottle's caps. It doesn't feel like time elapses. My empty shelf could use some more time. My friend looks through my locked front door. Finally, all done, I open up, and in come my friends, and they come in such hurry. Though they want my bottles that much, I frantically pull them from the shelf, one after the other, hauling them out of each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be my friends. My friends aren't smiling. They're all shouting, bleating something, but all I hear is echo, 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 echo inside my head. Holy crap! Sorry, did you really write this? Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday I was going to write my best poem yet? Yeah, but I mean, I didn't expect something like this coming from you. Monica taught me a whole lot, and I've been really in touch with my feelings recently. I see that. It sounded kind of creepy. Creepy? Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm used to being cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is, it came out good, so you should be proud of it. Oh, thanks. I feel like it was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me to understand my own feelings a little bit better. Writing is like magic. You got them pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up. Yay! Writing's the best. I'm going to keep writing until I die. Ha ha ha, don't get ahead of yourself. Sayuri always had a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it no more than a week later. Det är jag! Okej, jag kan säga några intressen. Jag har haft Fallout-intresset, Eldering-intresse, Venom-intresse. Alltså nu snackar jag intressen som försvunnit direkt efter typ. Tänk efter. Jag har med Mega Man-intresse har jag haft. Deadpool-intresse, The Witcher-intresse har jag typ fortfarande, men alltså inte lika stort. Jag älskar fortfarande Witcher, det är bra. Jag läser böckerna fortfarande just nu. Och sen har jag, jag kom på en sista. Guardian of the Galaxy-intresse, Ant-Man-intresse. Där har vi, så. I wonder if this one is one of those times. But seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. Okay everyone, we're all done reading each other poems, right? I have something extra planned today, so if everyone could come and sit at the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. Well, we will just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with the last minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? We don't need much. We won't need much more than a few decorations. Sayuri has been working on posters, and I designed some pamphlets we can give out during the event. Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us we are actually going to be doing for the event. I'm sorry, I thought you heard about it earlier. We're going to be performing. Monica, Yeah, we're going to have a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem we recite during the event. But the cool part is we're going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too. Sayuri is putting it on all the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of the time. Sayuri, who's been coloring the posters, holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already start putting up posters, did you? Well, I did. Do you really think it's bad of an idea? Well, no, it's not a bad idea, but I didn't sign up for this, you know. There's no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Natsuki. I could never in my life do something like that. Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys, no, Sayori. I understand where they were coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple of days ago. It's a lot to ask for them to recite their poems out loud to a whole room of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that. So, I'm sorry. But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and we each put on a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we will be able to show everyone what literature is all about. Yeah, it's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. That's right, and it's those reasons that we all in this club today. Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them with the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And if it all takes is standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem. Hello. Hello. Then I know. Hello. So then I know you can do it. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayuri looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayuri and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a little bit. Well, maybe, but it looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. Okay, fine. I guess I just have to get it over with. Alright. Phew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glances all around at everyone's expectant faces. So, I guess I don't really have a choice. Ah, that's everyone. You're the best, Yuri. This club is seriously going to be the death of me. Oh gosh. You'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other. No way! Monica, this is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how would you expect to do it in front of strangers? Oh no. Don't worry. I will start off by helping everyone feel a little more comfortable. Can I go next? Haha, of course. Now, let's see. Monica flips through a notebook to the specific poem that she has in mind herself. She then stands behind the podium. The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Och mer får ni se i nästa video, tyvärr. Så tack så mycket för att ni kollade på denna video. Glöm inte att lämna like, kommentera och prenumerera. Så ses vi i nästa video. Tills dess, ha det gött. Hej då!